Hi everyone and welcome. Today we are going to talk about invoice holds, the process why some invoices get delayed and how we can fix those problems. When an invoice is on hold, it can slow down payments and cause issues with suppliers. We will go through the most common reasons why invoices are held up and share some simple steps to get them sorted and quickly. By the end of this session, you will know how to spot these holes and what to do to clear them, making the payment process faster and smoother. So let's get start. First is amount hold. Why it happens? Reason the invoice amount is higher than the allowed limit for a supplier. There is a contract limit set in the system and the invoice exceeds that limit. The company approval rules require additional checks for high value invoices. Talk about resolution steps. How to fix it. Check the invoice amount and compare it with the contract or purchase order. If needed, adjust the amount and resubmit for approval. Increase the supplier invoice amount limit and retry. Manually release the hold in the system if it is a one time exception. And talk about invalid PO hold. Why it happens? The invoice does not have a valid purchase order number. The supplier entered an incorrect or expired PO number. The system cannot find a matching PO for the invoice. And talk about resolution steps. How to fix it. Contact the supplier and request the correct PO number. Verify if the PO is active and still valid for invoicing. Manually release the hold if the invoice is valid but lack a PO. And next is natural account tax hold. Why it happens? The tax code on the invoice does not match the tax setup in the system. The company requires a specific tax code to be used for certain amounts. There is an issue with tax compliance settings. And how to fix it? Check the correct tax code in the tax option window. Update the invoice with the correct tax code and resubmit. Disable the tax enforcement rule if flexibility is allowed. Update tax code setting in the general ledger and retry validation. And talk about pay when paid hold. Why it happens? This hold applies to subcontractor payments where payment is delayed until the customer paid the main contractor. The company follows a pay when paid policy to ensure cash flow. And talk about resolution steps. How to fix it. Wait until the customer payment is received, then process the invoice. If necessary, manually release the hold if allowed by company policy. And talk about pure deliverable hold. Why it happens? The subcontractor has not submitted required deliverable such as reports, documents, or work confirmations. The invoice is linked to a milestone based payment and the milestone has not been met. And the system requires pure deliverable to be recorded before payment. Resolution steps. How to fix it. Ensure all requirement deliverables are submitted by the supplier. Check the PO term to see what documents are needed. Manually release the hold if the issue is resolved. And next is supplier hold. Why it happens? The supplier has a system restrictions that puts their invoice on hold. The company has enabled hold unvalidated invoice for the supplier. The supplier is under review due to past invoice error or compliance issues. And how to fix it? Manually release the hold if the invoice is valid and check the supplier setting in the system to see if automatic holds are enabled, and disable the holds unvalidated invoice options for the supplier if it is not needed. And next is withholding tax hold. Why it happens? The system failed to apply the withholding tax on the invoice. The withholding tax period is not set up correctly in the tax calendar. The supplier's tax details are missing in incorrect, and how to fix it. Verify the tax setup and ensure the correct withholding tax rules are applied. Check if the withholding tax period is open in the tax calendar. Correct any missing or incorrect tax details and resubmit. And also you can double check invoice before submission. Make sure all details match the purchase order, contract and tax requirements. Train employees on common invoice error. Educating your team can prevent simple mistakes. Automate invoice validation. Use system tools to flag issues before submission. Communicate with suppliers. Ensure they provide valid PO numbers, tax details, and correct amounts. Keep track of payment policies. Be aware of pay when paid rules and tax regulations. That's it for today. I hope this video helped you understand invoice holds and how to resolve them. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might need it. Thank you so much.